Okay, so have you ever really paused to think about the ice in your glass? I mean, beyond just, it being cold, how much complexity, how much actual design do you think is hiding in something that seems, well, so simple?
It's pretty amazing when you stop and think about it, isn't it? We use ice all the time, multiple times a day maybe, but we rarely consider the engineering behind it or the very specific user needs that go into just making it.
Right. It's a perfect example of that sort of hidden innovation.
Definitely.
And that's exactly what we're diving into today. Our source material is this really comprehensive buyer's guide for ice makers.
Yeah.
But our mission, it isn't just to read off a list of features. No,
Mhm.
we want to cut through the noise a bit, pull out those really interesting nuggets of knowledge and insight, and hopefully reveal the genuinely fascinating world behind these machines.
Yeah, and you'll discover it's a market that seems like it should be uniform, but it's actually split into all these highly specialized niches. You've got everything from, say, compact, super fast units designed for pure spontaneity to high-tech ones that integrate with your smart home and even, commercial-grade powerhouses built for serious demand. We'll unpack what makes each one different and why those specific design choices might actually matter to you, maybe more than you'd first think.
Okay, let's jump right in then. Starting with something we see across the board now, this demand for instant gratification. The guide highlights this Frigidaire EFIC 189 compact ice maker. It's praised for making 26 pounds of ice per day, which is
Yeah.
decent,
Yeah.
but crucially, being ready in under 6 minutes. 6 minutes. When you see a number like that, what does it tell you about where appliance design is heading?
Well, that speed, that rapid production time, it's not just a convenience spec, right? It
Uh-huh.
really speaks to a wider cultural thing and expectation for immediacy. It basically gets rid of the need to plan ahead.
Right. No more filling ice trays hours before.
Exactly. You're not thinking about your ice needs way in advance or relying on whatever's in the freezer tray. This quick turnaround, it's a design response to wanting things now, especially important maybe in smaller spaces like RVs or dorms where storage is tight and any bit of instant utility really counts.
Okay, and building on that idea of compact convenience,
Yeah.
we see the Igloo ICE 26HN, portable, has a handle, makes bullet-shaped ice. But the thing that really jumped out at me was the self-cleaning feature. I have to admit, I've never actually thought about cleaning an ice maker before. How big a deal is this from an engineering standpoint
Hmm.
and for the user?
That's actually a really clever feature, isn't it? We don't often think about it, but any appliance that handles water, well, hygiene is critical.
Sure.
And these self-cleaning systems, they often use internal rinse cycles, sometimes even things like UV light or ozone,
Hmm.
basically to stop biofilm and scale from building up, which is super important not just for hygiene, so your ice tastes,
Right,
pure,
right, no weird flavor.
but also for the machine's lifespan. Maintenance. It takes care of a chore most people probably wouldn't do regularly. So for the average user, that's a huge win for convenience. And the bullet ice, that shape with the hollow core, it means drinks chill really fast. And it blends easily too. So that points to a user who values quick cooling and versatility.
Okay, so this is where it gets interesting, where convenience starts blending with, like, advanced tech.
Yeah.
The GE Profile Opal 2.0 Nugget Ice maker. Now, this one's famous for that soft, chewable Nugget Ice. People call it Sonic Ice.
That's the one. Very popular.
But the real kicker here, Bluetooth connectivity, allowing you to schedule ice making from your phone. Is this just a gimmick? Or does it signal something deeper about, integrating these niche appliances into the whole smart home thing?
I think it's more than a gimmick. It's a prime example of what you might call a luxury convenience appliance becoming a proper smart home component. Yes, the
Ah,
scheduling is handy, make sure ice is ready right when you need it, saves waste, saves waiting. But the Bluetooth integration itself, it signifies the smart home reaching into even these, well, seemingly minor household tasks. It sort of hints at a future where maybe these devices learn your habits.
interesting.
Yeah, optimize energy use, maybe alert you when it needs maintenance, like changing a filter. It's all about data-driven efficiency and just seamless integration, making the ice maker less of a standalone box and more like a node in your connected home.
It's really fascinating how quickly these features are evolving. So, okay, the GE Profile brings the smart convenience. But what if your main need is just sheer volume, but you still want speed? That brings us to the new Air portable countertop ice maker. This one's also super fast, makes ice in as little as 6 minutes again,
Right.
but it boasts an impressive 28-pound daily capacity. What does that combination, the speed and the volume, tell us about what users are demanding now?
It really highlights how the market's responding to this need for continuous on-demand supply, especially for entertaining, right? Running out of ice during a party is, well, it's a classic problem.
Definitely been there.
Yeah. So the new Air, balancing that rapid production with a pretty substantial capacity, it tackles that problem head on. Means you can quickly top things up as needed, keep the drinks flowing for a party, and it underlines that even in these portable units, people aren't willing to compromise on output anymore.
Okay, now shifting gears slightly. If you're someone who cares about how things look, but also the taste of your drinks,
Mhm.
the Yuhomi countertop ice maker might be the one. It's described as energy efficient, quiet, and produces clear cubes.
Haha.
Not cloudy ice.
Mhm.
I admit I hadn't really thought much about ice clarity before this guide. What's the technical deal with clear ice?
Clear ice. That's not just about looking pretty, though it does look nice. It's actually a sign of more refined freezing tech.
Ah,
See, cloudy ice usually has trapped air bubbles and impurities.
okay.
And those make it melt faster, and they can even subtly change how your drink tastes. Getting that crystal clear ice, like from the Yuhomi, usually involves something called directional freezing. The water freezes in layers, pushing the air and minerals out.
Huh.
It is. You end up with denser, purer ice. It melts slower, which preserves the drink's flavor profile. That's critical if you're, say, a real connoisseur. And the energy efficiency and quiet operation, those are key too for something that might be running a lot in your kitchen.
So building on that idea, that appreciation for quality and clarity, the Scotsman CU50GA undercounter ice maker. This is described as a premium option for serious entertainers, making crystal clear gourmet cubes. Ideal for whiskey lovers, apparently. This feels like really stepping up the ice game, moving beyond just utility into like an experience.
Oh, absolutely. The Scotsman unit, that represents a real deep dive into you could almost say, the art of ice.
Yeah.
Gourmet cubes, they're often larger, perfectly clear. They're engineered to melt extremely slowly. Think about spirits like whiskey or complex cocktails. Rapid dilution is the enemy, right? It kills the flavor.
Yeah, waters it down too fast.
Exactly. So this machine, it targets a really discerning user, someone who gets that the ice itself is a key ingredient, enhancing the experience by keeping that flavor integrity. It also shows a trend towards dedicated, built-in appliances for home bars. People are really investing in that home entertaining space.
Can then, considering all these different needs, we swing back towards just pure, reliable portability with the Magic Chef portable ice maker. Compact, makes 27 pounds a day. Positioned is perfect for, quick summer parties.
Yeah.
It really brings back that focus on the immediate, flexible party need.
Yeah, the Magic Chef really reinforces that core value of the portable units. Reliable, on-demand ice for all sorts of flexible uses. It's the answer to those last-minute runs to the store for bags of ice,
Definitely.
It offers enough capacity for most casual get-togethers, but doesn't need a permanent, dedicated spot. It just shows how manufacturers keep refining these compact designs to meet very specific, often event-driven consumer needs.
Now, let's revisit that popular nugget ice, but with another layer of convenience. The K-Bice self-dispensing nugget ice maker. So, no scooping needed here. Just press a button for that soft restaurant-style ice at home. What's the impact of having that self-dispensing mechanism? How does that change the experience?
This unit tackles a detail that's often overlooked. Hygiene and just user flow, how you interact with it. Getting rid of the need to scoop means less chance for contamination, obviously.
You're right, hands aren't going in.
Exactly. And it's just a much more seamless, touchless experience. It really brings that commercial restaurant-style convenience where hygiene and quick access are absolutely vital right into the home kitchen. It elevates the whole interaction. It's not just about making ice anymore. It's about optimizing the ritual of getting the ice. Pretty neat.
Okay, as we move towards the higher end of the guide here, we encounter the Winter UIM 502SS. This sounds like a real powerhouse. 50 pounds per day, sleek stainless steel finish, highlighted as perfect for bars and large households. That's a significant jump in daily capacity.
It really is. What's interesting about the Winter is how it blends that high capacity with sophisticated looks. 50 pounds a day is substantial. That signals it's designed for really high-demand homes. Think big family gatherings, busy home bars, maybe multi-generational households.
Like places that go through a lot of ice.
For sure. And the stainless steel finish, that also speaks to how it's meant to integrate into a modern designed kitchen or bar space. It shows that getting serious performance at this level doesn't mean you have to sacrifice appearance. It's about matching that serious output with, premium home design.
And finally, right at the very top of this guide, we have the Manitowoc UDF-0140A NEO Series ice maker. This is described as a commercial-grade beauty, producing a frankly, whopping 132 pounds a day.
Wow.
Comes with advanced cleaning technology and unbeatable durability. This isn't just a jump. It feels like a whole different league.
Oh, it absolutely is. The Manitowoc, that showcases the real extreme end of the ice production spectrum. 132 pounds a day. That's undeniably commercial capacity. Designed for continuous, heavy use, restaurants, busy offices, that sort of thing. And the emphasis on advanced cleaning technology, likely involving sophisticated filtration, sanitization cycles, and that unbeatable durability, it points to an engineering philosophy where reliability and minimizing downtime are just paramount. Now, while it's typically commercial, the fact it's even in a buyer's guide like this, it shows that demand for truly professional grade, sort of worry-free performance is actually bleeding into high-end residential use too.
So people might put this in their home.
Some do. You're not just buying an ice maker at that point. You're investing in a machine built for relentless, almost industrial level demand, even if it's just for your personal use.
So where does all this leave us? We started just thinking about ice as, well, cold. But we've uncovered this incredible range, different design philosophies, different technologies, all within the world of ice makers. From the specific properties of nugget ice versus bullet versus clear cubes, even gourmet options. And these wildly different capacities, from a casual 26 pounds a day up to an astounding 132 pounds. It's quite the spread.
It really is. And beyond just the ice itself, we've touched on all those integrated features, things like self-cleaning for convenience and hygiene, the flexibility you get with portability, the predictive power of smart connectivity, scheduling production, and just the sheer engineering behind that commercial-grade durability.
Yeah.
This deep dive, it really highlights how much specialized variety exists, even in what seems like a pretty niche category. Each machine seems meticulously designed to meet a very specific need or maybe just a preference.
Absolutely. So hopefully this deep dive has equipped you, our listener, with a totally new understanding of ice makers. Maybe you're actually thinking about buying one now, or maybe you're just curious. Or perhaps you just appreciate seeing the hidden complexities in everyday things, those little aha moments, right? Like discovering the science behind clear ice, or the strategy behind smart scheduling, or even just realizing that commercial level output is an option for home use. That's what makes this kind of exploration really rewarding, I think.
It definitely is. And this whole journey through ice makers, it kind of makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other everyday items do we use without really realizing the depth of engineering, the specialized design, the very specific user needs that go into them?
That's a great point.
Think about how innovation and really thoughtful design are integrated into so many parts of our lives, even in the most seemingly simple things we just take for granted every single day. So here's a thought to leave you with. What seemingly mundane object, if you gave it a deep dive like this one, might reveal its own surprising, intricate world?